that buck right there. Yeah, it's a booner. That was the most wild thing ever. All right, let's do this. Well, we are a full day and a half of driving in. Yesterday was whiteout blizzard. Took us a lot longer to get to where we stayed, and we've been driving since this morning. It's getting dark. We're still driving. We have a couple hours left, but we're gonna get into camp tonight, get set up for the next bunch of days, and get after it in the morning. But we're headed to a place I'm pretty excited about. I've hunted in this area in the past and feel like I have something to prove to myself. I've done a lot of scouting, made multiple trips out here to try to learn the best I can, and I got Dylan with me to hopefully lay down some sick footage of us shooting a giant rutting buck. Dude, that's a slammer. I think it's the November 11th, so we're kind of out of that initial November rut flurry. I guess I've been driving a long time. And I think the big boys are gonna be out moving. So it's gonna be hotter than we'd like the next couple days, and then it's gonna cool back off. But I'm hoping that the cool mornings will give us enough action to hopefully get an arrow in something. And I just shot my personal best bow buck back home in Ohio, and we're gonna try to get another personal best while we're out here. So never know what could happen. It's the rut, crazy things go on, and I'm just excited to be out on an adventure and have nothing to worry about other than trying to get it done, punching a tag. That's it.
First morning. I'm in my favorite spot I've ever hunted. We're gonna see if we can't get some first day magic. We're just laying on the side of this grassy hill, so I brought this Newcomb ground blind thing. Threw some grass on top of it to make it blend in with the hill a little bit better, but we got the decoy at 30 yards. A really good funnel. Close to food, close to bedding. We're gonna see what happens here. It's pretty cold. It was cold last night, down into the 30s. Just about to crack legal shooting light here. November 12th, it's the rut, gorgeous sunrise. Big bucks are gonna be dying today. From me, I hope. Stay tuned, baby. First buck of the trip. He's got about 5 inches of veil. Alright, well. Keep the face a little bit. We just saw our first buck. Now we're gonna rattle. See if we can call on that spike. Yeah, I saw him with the doe. That's what I figured. That's all big body. He's gonna be locked on that doe.
He looked big. I couldn't really tell, but looked like beams all the way out, and lots of times like nose beams. Like he's laying down. My phone's over there. I'm pretty sure he's on private. I'm fairly certain at least. Well, you can see a lot more from up here.
Yeah. Ninja move.
Alright, here's the mid-morning update.
Dylan waved me up to where he was at because there's a potential shooter out in the middle of this flat field with a doe. Not a lot of wind today. It's like light and variable. Not sure what to do. So that's what we're trying to speculate, game plan, what's going to happen, what we're going to do. Seems like the wind's picking up a little bit right now, but it's like high of 3 or 4 mile an hour winds today. So not ideal for stalking.
Yeah, it's definitely not a shooter. Not on day one. Dude, that's so sick.
Alright, we're back where we were at this morning. So we backed out here about 12 and drove around and we got a good look at that buck. And pretty sure he's like a 3-year-old 8-point. Nice buck, but not quite what we're going for, especially at this point in the trip. Should have a little bit of action. We got the decoy out, we got the rattling antlers, so we're gonna see if we can't make something happen. Day one. Alright, it's day 2, we're all set up. Scouted our way in blind to this area, but we actually had a different game plan for this morning that we were going to do. And as we were getting groceries last night, we ran into this really nice gentleman. Lives in the area, farms in the area, and he told us to check out some specific spots in this WMA and kind of told us what the best strategy is that he thought, and he seemed like a pretty reliable source, so figured we'd give it a shot. We have already heard a doe snorting in the distance. Not sure if it's because of us or not. I think we got a killer setup. The only thing I don't like is that we walked in all the way back here, left a bunch of ground scent in an area that I think deer would be walking if they didn't hit our ground scent. So we'll see what happens, but I think we're in for an all-day sit potentially. The run, 13th of November. Oh my God, what happened? Dude, how'd I miss so far off? Where is he? He's right behind me. He's a little bit go fast. I missed by like 10 feet. I don't have a shot. Dude, I don't know what happened. That was a big 8-point, dude. That's probably a 148 point. So like this branch is coming out like this, so I had to like get way low and try to not. I was trying to make sure that I didn't hit this bow hanger, but I thought I was clear of everything. I don't know. I mean, it sailed like 10 feet to the left. I didn't want to be done that quick anyways. I want to enjoy the day, you know. Well, that was exciting.
Look at that, into the roots of the tree. Blades are unbent. Full of dirt, clean mess. Oh, like look how thick this is. This is where he chose to go. I'm really trying out these wreck broadheads, and I've shot 3 of them into the dirt at this point. One of them through a deer, and I found that one, but 3 of them into the dirt. They all look brand new though.
Alright, day 3. We're in the same area as yesterday morning, but we're about 100 yards down. We had scouted and found a better setup where we thought we'd get more traffic. And we already had what we're assuming is a buck work through here. And then also a doe. The doe ran away and blew. We're not sure from us or what because our scent wasn't really blowing her direction, but fingers crossed. I'm gonna try my best not to miss the next one. Easy on. Not a shooter. Our scent still must be dropping down into there. Yeah, he looked up pretty quick. What? He looked up pretty quick. I could have also smoked him already. He would have been dead if he was a shooter. Hey, better come in and get that stand. Public land.
This just in. We're gonna pack up. I'm not sure if it's those 2 guys from earlier, but somebody's shooting at something. We're not sure what type of firearm it would be. But that said, we're gonna get out of here. We were gonna wait a little bit longer and bail, but I don't like our prospects. It's getting hotter than balls. I'm sweating, and if I was a big old Midwest mature buck, even the rut, I think I'd be laying in the shade somewhere cool right now. So we're gonna go somewhere where the deer can't hide, where there's no trees. We're gonna go to the wide open prairie grasslands and see if we can drum up some action tonight. We're gonna go glass for some bucks for the rest of the night. I'm bringing the bow so that way when we see a deer at 1.5 miles, I can at least feel prepared. But let's do it. He was heading left. He was. Dude, he's got sticker points and drop tines. Like, we are killing that buck right there. Not the other one that's bedded. We're killing that one. Try to film him some more. sure what they're doing, but dude, he might be a booner. I'm serious, like we're killing that buck. We're not gonna kill that other 8-point. That's probably gonna be 130s. Like, we're killing this buck. That's a special deer. Turn his head. I think that was the bedded one. Walking towards us? Yeah, that's him. And then that other one I think was the one that was bedded. I think he's just chasing these bucks out. There's 3. Oh, other little one. Wonder if we pack up and like kind of walk out and glass that side as we're going. Let's go kill a buck. Today, day 4.
Today's day 4.
Day 4, 11 off of Casey's Pizza and Donuts. Feeling like $1 million, getting up at 3 a.m.
I haven't even had a donut yet. Sounds good.
You haven't? I've had 2 every time we've stopped at the gas station.
Well, visibility today has not been phenomenal, but we just managed to glass up our shooter. We're basically getting waves of fog, then it kind of dissipates, then a wave of fog. And I caught a glimpse of a deer moving, and we're 99% sure it's him. If not, he's another giant. And we also glassed up another buck that we saw. He seemed to be cruising like 140-ish 10-point. I would shoot both of them. I strongly prefer to shoot the one, obviously. But we're dealing with a big wind shift that's going to start blowing in their direction in this fog. So trying to decide what we want to do. We might bail out of here and then come and try to relocate them this afternoon when we have a more favorable wind, or we might just see if we don't get winded from 500 yards away and maybe scoot down the ridge a little bit and try to miss them as much as we can. Conditions are not ideal for what we're doing today, but encouraging that we basically found the 2 best bucks that we saw last night. So take that as a win, and hopefully we can get on them. We could drive up to my other spot and see if anyone's parked there and see if any bucks are cruising around.
So we'll have the wind in our face all day. It's going to be 10 or 11 mile an hour winds. And then if that doesn't work out, Monday is going to be super windy. So the next 2 days we're going to kill this buck. But the good news is, well, the buck we just saw, we're pretty sure, I thought it was Big Boy is what I've been calling this one from last night. I don't think it's Big Boy. I think he's the imposter. He's got a flyer off the G2 just like the other one, but no drop time. But he's probably all of at least 150. So I think we're just gonna watch for the night and kill one tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or just as long as we kill one, I don't really care when. What do you think?
I think we're gonna kill one tomorrow.
I think so too.
Day 5. We're back on the glassing knob. We beat anyone else in here. There's no fog. We have favorable conditions. The wind is good. The wind is steady all day long in our face. And we're about to glass up some of the biggest bucks we've ever seen in our entire life. We're going to wait till they go to bed. We're going to sneak into 60 yards, pop up the decoy, shoot them frontal at 9 yards as they stomp in, postured up. And we're going to watch them go down in sight and celebrate. And you can go ahead and keep the receipts, play this back, because that's exactly what is going to happen this morning. Roll intro. Really feel optimistic. We've seen good bucks in here every single day, which is 2 days. And it's going to go down. It's the other book that we saw. Yeah, you might still be like 35, 32, right? Oh wait. Yeah, there's 2 does in there he's chasing. Yeah, so he's got 2 does. I wonder if it's the same 2 does that were there yesterday. That's him. Maybe he'll just bed in a tree out there. Filming him, I'm just wondering why he's running, like, just didn't want to be caught in the open.
Dude, I'm tempted just to go all the way down to the bottom. I like to have a little bit of a visual advantage, but if we can see them, they can see us potentially, and it makes me a little nervous. Let's get down on this lip and take it around to where we can just see, and then we can kind of evaluate if we want to dump off the backside all the way down or if we want to kind of hug that elevation line. You think it'll work? Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to have to be exposed for a second. We're going to go up and over this berm, and then it drops down into a ditch. But while we're going up and over, I'm going to show the decoy I glassed. I don't think they can see any, I can't see any sign of deer. And they're on the complete opposite side of this. So, as we're going up and over, I'm going to show the decoy just in case. They maybe won't bust. But I think once we get in there, dude, I think we can side right up to the fence in the corner. And
I think we try to get under the fence. And if we can do that, we have a chance. I feel like we need to tuck more in this armpit. Because if he comes out, like, we're too exposed. I don't know what we would have done differently. The only thing I can think of is just sit there until that doe fawn walked away. That's the only thing I could think of. But I figured she'd bust no matter what, so I figure at least make the buck think that it was because a different buck, this guy, Scarface, came in there. But we're gonna go set up for the evening, and pretty good funnel up here. So maybe we'll get lucky yet. Good morning. It's day 6. We're running on no sleep for quite some time now. And I somehow I had a Ziploc bag full of caffeine pills in my bag. I call them cups of coffee. And I somehow threw it away thinking it was trash. So hurting a little bit this morning, but we're glassing. We got some good news and we got some bad news. The good news is the 10-point that we were after yesterday is right back in there with the doe. This is day 3 of them being in there together, so my guess is today would be kind of the last chance to get on him before he breaks up and moves off. And then we also saw another 10-point down here in this drainage. And the bad news is we pretty soon after lost track of him. And the other bad news is we haven't really seen anything else other than 2 does that he bumped. So we have 1 play so far. It's still pretty early in the morning. Yesterday we glassed up a buck relatively far away a little bit later in the morning, so it'd be nice if we had more than one option to go after here. I think that no matter what, we're going to bomb in here and try to kill this buck, but it'd be nice to have a backup if things didn't work out. But yeah, day 6. Maybe today's the lucky day. That buck get all the way over there from the freaking... It kind of looks like him. I think that's our guy, but oh, there's the doe across the way, or the spike. You see the spike on the opposite side? That's him. That's our boy. I'm glad we didn't
waste the day stalking in there and he's not even close. What's going on here? I'm seeing there. This could be really good though. Do you happen to see the doe still?
Yep. She's on the right side by that log pile. She's going down into there.
Yeah, that could be ideal. We could just come around that corner, have all those evergreens to work with.
Oh, he's looking at something pretty hot, pretty heavy actually. Oh, that car's coming.
Dude, I don't think he's looking at that car a mile away, is he?
It's that Ford. Same Ford from this morning.
I was over there. Should go down and talk to him.
Yeah, we should go get in there.
Part of me thinks we could just go up that berm and see if he comes. He's pushing off that buck. He's gonna come back to that doe. He's gonna head back to that doe. Maybe we should bond now.
Stand there for a second. He's looking at this guy.
I'm gonna drop a couple layers. He's still there. He just sat down in the grass. He's wearing freaking like black. Like I understand, like, well, just because your truck's there doesn't, you know, it's a big area and whatever. But like, come on, dude. I feel like
You probably saw our truck here, and now he's like carrying.
he's probably that white truck.
I mean, in his defense, he might have thought we just popped up over that side and we're stealing the buck he's been glassing. Should I set the decoy out here and then we climb up here in front? What? Where is he? Right there. I'm nervous this guy's already down here.
This was where he was standing. He's right down on the other side of this somewhere.
Like, where's that evergreen on the map? Do you see it?
There's still left somewhere of that evergreen down in here, the other side.
I want more wind. This guy's either in the woods or he's already up here. There we go. Let's sneak up to this berm.
see him? Did he go down? I think he got the shot on camera. Man, what a cluster. We've been watching that buck for 3 days.
No shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Now your guy went over to get a better angle, and I'm like, there's a dude in I thought you were wearing a black shirt. Well, good shit, dude. You just shot a giant buck. How'd the shot look from your spot? I just knew you hit him.
He mule kicked like I hit him good, but he was in the grass. So,
We might be able to play back the video and see. Did you have a clear line of sight?
sorry, man.
Hey, I know. I'm
I
like,
had him
man.
at 56. Well, then I snuck up here. Well, then when he come out, I thought 40. Fuck, he was like 20.
See, we were trying to get our bearings. Like, I mean, it's public land, so I see you, and I'm like, it looks like he's going. Like, we got to start coming around this side in case you bump him that way. And then I didn't see you, so I didn't know if you were still up there or not.
I was up there. Well, we had a big buck 2 days in a row on the other side.
Uh-huh.
I had him. Yeah, and there's a couple hunters here that were videotaping the whole thing. So, yeah. I ranged him at 53. I was in that brush pile.
Yeah.
And I ranged him down here, and I could only see his rack. So then...
That's a nice spot to take a doe right there, that little dip right there.
Yeah. Well, then I snuck over here, and I'm like, okay, it's going to be 40 to where he was. Well, then he come up on the dike, and I don't know, it must have been 20.
Oh, man.
25 maybe?
What, did you shoot right over him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blood right there. I wonder if that way your arrow went through him.
That's where he spun around.
Yeah, that's lung blood, buddy. Lead the way, I'll look up ahead. Oh, there you go. And you got, I don't know how far it went. It looks like you got at least most of the arrow, if not the whole thing. I've been hanging out by the fletching or something. There too. Wow. Dude, you pinwheeled him. It couldn't have been better. Well, good job, man.
Hey, sorry guys.
I mean, and I was like up there pissed that this guy's bombing in our spot, and he's like, and I'm like, he probably didn't even know we were there. He's probably pissed we're bombing in on his spot. So, man, those tips come together almost touch.
Well, they got this one on film. 62 yards.
So what are we doing right now? Dude, do you think we need sleep?
Nope.
No. Well, after that guy shot the buck, that was the most wild thing ever. He literally shot a buck while I was like 20 yards from him on the ground. Like, if you just saw that clip of the whole situation, you'd probably be like, what the heck happened? I experienced the whole thing, and I'm still asking myself what the heck happened. But at the end of the day, he put a perfect shot on a great buck. Grateful that that buck is out of that spot, so an even bigger one can show up, and then I can shoot that one. Or we're just gonna shoot one tonight. It might be a 3-year-old 130, and it might be a 170 and 1/8. We're not sure yet, but we got 2 scrapes at 3 yards and 5 yards, because we really like to have close shots. We bumped a nice doe. She looks really fat and juicy. I think bucks are gonna be in here, so there's a buck right there. I can't even believe it. Just kidding, but that's what we're gonna be saying in about 2 hours.
Well, that was a pretty eventful evening. What started off pretty slow, ended up seeing a little buck with, not sure if it was a young doe or a button buck or something. It'd be kind of weird, I think, for the doe to be following the little buck, but, and then not too long after, we just hear ch, 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 and an absolute slammer of what appeared to be a 10 point. That's my guess. We'll have to look back at the footage. But he just skirted us a little bit and took a little too long and ran out the clock on shooting light. So we've been in this area for 3 sits now, and we've seen 2 slammers, the one that I missed and the one that we saw tonight. So we're on like huge contrasts. We're doing open country spot and stalk, and we are in super tight timber type hunts in the trees, and just we're getting on bucks in both situations and trying to decide which one to do. And we're just trying to kill bucks, man. We're just trying to be gritty and do anything we can to have opportunities, and hopefully it pays off by the end of this week. Now we're gonna get food and sleep because we need it desperately. After the encounter with a really good buck the night before, the wind wasn't right to go back in. Instead, we shifted to a new area that looked promising, scouting our way in through the dark. But it ended in an empty sit. Even with the trip winding down, our confidence was still there. We knew another opportunity was possible, but it was clear that we'd have to stay aggressive. The following day, we returned to our best area, the same place where I missed that buck on the second morning, and where we had just had a run-in with the Big 10 2 nights earlier. We did see a buck, but he didn't quite make the cut. We sat dark to dark, burning daylight with little to show for the effort. Finally, with rain and fog forecasted for midday, we went back to our glassing spot the next morning. After spotting a buck slip into a thick patch of cover, we made the call to still hunt after him, knowing the heavy rain and the weather reports for late morning. We made the move, came up empty, and kept scouting and glassing new areas until the weather finally shut us down. Another day gone.
So Dylan here had a meeting, so I decided just to still hunt my way into the spot I've been looking at all week, and snuck in here. It all looks good. I did some scouting, marked some trees for future hunts. Then I got to the back side of this drainage and I just started glassing and immediately glassed up a coyote. He was just chilling, and I was like, wow, he stuck out like a sore thumb. So I start panning and immediately see another deer, and it looked like a little buck. I figured if there's a little buck, he's probably there for a reason. There's probably a hot doe with other bucks. And not too long after, I saw a really big buck stand up. So he kind of milled around for a minute. I think he just bedded back down. I lost track of him. About 350 yards away. It's just after lunch right now, so we got lots of time. Just trying to figure out a game plan here. Maybe they'll drop down to get water out of this pond. Maybe we can intercept them there. Otherwise, maybe we just stalk all the way up to them, which would be kind of tough. But Hail Mary, last day out here, and then tomorrow morning we'll probably hunt elsewhere if we don't manage to get an arrow on something tonight.
Looking real good, looking real good. The drainage is getting steeper the closer we're getting to it. I have to get on top. The yellow tree, I think they're like down. Like lower than we are, just by a little bit. So I got this thing up this pine. I'm just nervous that we don't have a whole lot past that.
That was wild. Aaron tried grunting, and I don't know, doe blew out of there and went up the hill. Buck following her. I kind of went back into this ridge to try and scare him back down, and they crossed the hill. So it was a Hail Mary, but we tried.
For our final sit before heading home, we knew we had to give it one last shot on the timber ridge that had already given us multiple shooter buck encounters. The wind wasn't right for the trees we'd been hunting, so we set up on the ground instead. Rain was spitting, conditions weren't perfect, but this was it, our last chance. As a final push, I tried an aggressive rattling sequence, and minutes later, a deer slipped in behind us and caught us off guard.
You didn't get a look at that, did you? You didn't get a look at him, did you? It sounded like a buck to me.
Yeah, it's probably because it was a giant buck.
As much as I wish I could have wrapped my tag around that buck on the second morning, a blown opportunity turned in one of the most memorable hunting trips of my life. So many encounters, so many lessons, so many new situations that forced me to adapt as a hunter. The disappointment is real in the short term, but I know those experiences will compound, shaping me into an even better hunter in the long run. And for that, I'm grateful. For now, I'll embrace that pain and use it to fuel me for next year, and I will be back better than ever.